Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your Plump Corp and, of course, Software Inc. Today, we're going to be continuing where we left off last time. At the time I'm recording this, the first episode hasn't even gone out. To be honest, it's not even been edited yet, so there you go. So if you do have any suggestions in that first episode or from that first episode, I haven't seen them yet. So we will be dealing with those eventually, but I just wanted to sit down and play a lot of Software Inc. So we're going to be continuing where we left off and giving rises to all of my marketing team because they feel isolated. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I'm not quite sure why they feel isolated. I don't quite get it. I mean, they are sort of in a corner of the building, but there is a meeting room that they can use. I don't know. Maybe the social area is not all that social. Let's give them a nice big window. And maybe we will just expand the social area. That could be a good idea. If we do something like this and bring it over that way a little bit, bring it down and do that, we can then sort of merge those rooms, which I think could be a nice idea. Actually, you know what? We're going to spend some money. We are going to spend some money today, ladies and gentlemen. Not that much, just a little bit. So if I do that, and I want to unify those styles, like so. This room here, though, is going to have its materials changed to that. And the floor color is going to be white. There we go. Okay, that seems fine. Let's go to Windows. Let's get ourselves a nice big window there. And a couple of tall windows there. And we'll get one just in the corner there as well. Nice tall window. All right, that seems fine by me. We're gonna need a door, so we'll chuck the door just there. And we'll need some lights in a minute, but we'll get that in a second. If we go to needs, I want to get this stove. And I also want to get some little tables there, because we can also go to needs and get another espresso machine. We'll get ourselves an instant coffee machine. And I also want a fridge. So if I put the fridge there, that's fine. In this space, what we're not going to do is go to office. We're going to go to this. And I suppose the best way to do this is going to be 1, 2, 3. That should be fine. We'll do that kind of thing. We'll go actually change those to wooden tables, I think. I think wooden tables can be much nicer there. So 1, 2, 3. Give me the regular cheap chairs. Put that there as well. Change the color of these to be, I reckon, a slight sort of blue color. Select all the chairs and change those to be a bit of a yellow color. I think could be nice. Something like that. A bit ridiculous looking, but it'll do. Also going to change this room color so the interior is actually going to be, I don't know, let's go with like a sort of purpley color, I guess. And then I want to unify those two rooms. Like so. That seems interesting. That's a really interesting color scheme I've got going on there. Put that up there, put that up there, and put that in there. All right, there's already a space occupied there. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to be a limit room usage to Canteen. And we're also going to pop to live mode, as I like to call it, and we're going to hire a cook. So basically, we now have a canteen. And I totally forgot to put in something that's very important for a canteen, which is a serving table. And I'm now looking at this and realizing that the space we have here is not all that good for a canteen. What would be the best way to rearrange this? I think moving the fridge to there is a good idea. And then I think going to build mode, get myself some walls and doing this kind of thing. Or not. Doing this kind of thing. And then merging those two rooms. Like so. I think that kind of works. I could put the serving table in there. Alternatively, if I do that and merge not that was the fridge I was trying to merge those two rooms, then we put this back here, then we merge the kitchen and that, put the fridge in that corner, and I can put the serving table in there, which I think looks much better. Unify those. That was not what I wanted to do. Delete that. Duplicate that. There we go. That'll do. That can be the serving table. Go to needs, go to serving tray, and we put it there. So that should be fine. That actually seems kind of interesting. If we go to decorations, we can put a clock just in there to remind you that whilst you're eating, you also have to get back to work. And I like it. I really do. We should have a light in the middle of that room. We do. We'll get a light there as well. And we should now have... That should now be a couple of public spaces that our employees can sit in. They have the meeting room, they have the canteen, we'll have the cook coming in tomorrow, which will be really great. There's the cook already working, cooking some stuff, serving up some food. There's someone in the canteen there. That'll hopefully keep everyone nice and happy. Cook doing their thing. That's really cool. That's a really cool addition to Software Inc., having the cooks there. I really, really like that. I really do. I also really enjoy that we have like so much food just on display there. Some people going into the kitchen to get themselves a coffee. Hopefully that'll help. I really hope that'll help. Because, I mean, we have a lot of food. We have our canteen. We've got all these guys coming back as well. So that'll hopefully make it a much more social area. We have the meeting room. They're getting on fairly quickly with Plumpium 1. This is good. This is really good. I'm really happy with this. We've got a lot of money. We're not making as much as we were, but we have got a lot of money. Your computer sucks. What's wrong with your... I guess we're going to have to get maintenance, aren't we? Manage staff, hire IT support. I guess, good lord, that's expensive, but I guess we'll get IT support. Let's bring IT support in at 4. Let's bring maintenance in at 4 as well, so that once they all go home, IT support and maintenance come in. That seems like a pretty good idea to me. So... Oh, everyone's gone on vacation. Interesting. The cook's still there, just making so much food for me. I mean, I don't mind. I like food. I just don't think I need that much. I think that's a little excessive. Also, maybe changing the time that the cook's in would be a good idea. Let's say 10 until 2. So you can get your lunch, basically. The cook will be there to make lunch. And there's IT support in, there's maintenance in, doing their thing. That's good to see. That is good to see, although they sit there for a while, not really doing much. An employee is not having their social needs... Really? I don't get how you feel isolated. I really don't get it. It makes no sense. They all feel isolated. The guys in the marketing room, just in general, seem to feel isolated. Some employees are unhappy with their job. Again, I don't get it. I really don't. Can you guys in the core team just get on with Plumpium 1? You're so close to having it finished as well. I am really hoping that the alpha stage doesn't take all that long. Also, let me point out, 4.4 million fans is ridiculous. Oh, good lord, we just lost money. What happened there? Oh, God, we overdeveloped it. It's fine, develop it, it's fine. What happened there? Is it because marketing went on holiday that we didn't actually have any marketing on Plumpium 1? Let me have a look. Let me look at all companies, not all companies, all software. Most recent release. Where was mine? Where is mine? What the balls did I call it? Plump Suite. Release date. Most recent release. Did I really... Am I going blind? Or is it just not there? What? I do not remember. There it is. Good lord, it's way back there. There's a lot of companies releasing stuff. Oh boy. A lot of computer parts being made as well. So Plumpium 1 is probably going to be a little bit outdated, which is worrying. That's very worrying. Also, their general skill is not that good. That is also worrying. Now let's look at Plump Suite in terms of let me change the time that you guys come in. You don't need to be here until 8. Come in until 6. Oh, yeah, that's we are now losing money as a company. We probably want to fix that a little bit. Marketing. What can you... Actually, deals. Deals are something to look into. Because if we can get some deals, we could get some marketing deals for other companies. So if I do this kind of thing, make an extra little room there, merge those, get rid of these. And if I go to furniture and reception, I can put a reception table there. Reception desk, I guess. Get some lighting up above it. So something a bit like that. And if we hire a receptionist, we can get some deals and make some serious money. So let's hire a receptionist who can be in from 10 until 2. All right, that should be good. That should definitely help things, is my thinking. And we may or may not get some good deals, that will improve the marketing team. They may not be the best deals, but they'll certainly do the job. So receptionist should be in soon-ish, which will be nice. There's the receptionist. Anyone coming to give us some deals? Who are you? You're a guest at the company. You didn't give me anything, though. Oh, you did. What's this? That is marketing. They will offer 252 per day. Maybe not. What have you offered me? Development. They will offer me 4,886 per day. I think I'll pass. I'll be honest. I think I could get more money through other means. I also realize I am probably not going, despite losing money, and quite a bit of it, I don't think I'm going to run out of money for a while. I think I can probably just sit here and be alright with Plumpium 1 taking its time. Because to be honest, it is nearly done anyway. You know, it is very, very close to being done. It isn't going to be outstanding, unfortunately. That's going to, you know, hurt it a little bit. But it is nearly done. It should maybe be releasing this month, January 1983. But there's no certainty there. It's over halfway done. I don't think it's going to be releasing this month. It looks like it's going to be a February release. Which is fine. That's good. Interesting that we're stomping bugs in a consumer computer, but I guess, I mean, it's going to be mass-produced or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's now ready for release, so let's now release it. We are going to market it, of course. We're going to give that to the the marketing team. So start that campaign. And while they're supporting that PC, I think it could be a good idea to look into a 2D editor and sort of give it everything that the previous one didn't. It's not going to be an original IP. It's going to be Plump Suite 2. It's going to be Plump Suite _2, because that's the way any software will work, is going to be Plump _Suite. Well, not Suite, but underscore something underscore number. And this is going to be, we'll say £45, I think. It's also going to be running on what? It can run on those. Those are kind of old. Are those the only operating systems we have at the moment? Or are those the only operating systems that will support what I want to do? I don't actually know. That's interesting. I guess I'll roll with those. I'll just put it on all of them. So yeah, we have a fairly decent consumer reach. Let's develop it, I suppose. We'll not start marketing it just yet. But there we go. We're supporting the PC. We're developing Plump Suite 2. I want to see how much money Plumpium 1 is actually going to make. I'm very curious. This could be ridiculous. £223,000. That's not bad. That is definitely not bad. But not as many units sold as I would have liked. Let's look at all software. So Plumpium 1, yeah, it didn't really sell at all. That's concerning. When was the last computer release? This one? That one did sell. Mine's better, though, I think. Unless maybe I just need a bigger team. Maybe if I get some huge team together to build PCs, that'd be a good idea. I mean, it's making money. It's making 250-ish thousand every month. But that's not as much as I'd like it to make. I would like more. Okay, Plumpium 1 is really not doing all that well at the moment. It's there, that's not it. That's not Plumpium 1 at all. Plumpium 1 is way down there already. It's only sold 8,596 units. We could sell the IP for 406,000, which, you know what? I think I might do, because I think 406,000, I mean, that's going to almost double the profit of Plumpium 1. And I reckon that could be worth doing, is attempting to double the profit of Plumpium 1. I don't know, it's difficult, because I kind of want to, I kind of want to stay in the realm of doing PCs, but I think it might be better to leave it for a while, so maybe I'll hold on to Plumpium 1, I think. Let me look at research. There's nothing to research at the moment. That's fine. But I'm really concerned. I mean, Plump Suite 2 will be interesting. It's going to be just in every way better than the previous one. The previous one was outstanding, but it didn't have some features. This one is going to have some features. So hopefully we'll see something good come of that. But I think it might be a really good idea to, after Plump Suite 2, we have a look at our core team. We maybe expand things a little bit. Maybe we spend some money to change the office up a little bit and get a bigger space for them to work in. We could start maybe working on making this building look like the one I'm currently in. We'll see. That might be worth doing so we can get more people on board, so that we can start training people in physical design and physical programming and physical art. That way, we could perhaps start working on something like a motherboard or a processor or something like that. Because if I go to develop software, if we go to type and we want to make, say, a motherboard, we can technically make it in-house. And I'm wondering, if I make an in-house motherboard, could I then put that in a consumer grade PC? You know, if I spend a lot of money, because it will be a lot of money, because I won't be making money whilst, you know, I make the motherboard, I release it, doesn't make money because it's in-house. So we'd be spending a lot of time making motherboards, processors, storage, monitors, cases, and computers. Well, I say monitors. I don't think a I don't think a monitor is something I'm too worried about. But in terms of, you know, we can make a PC, and it needs a case, storage, processor, and motherboard. If we make those 4 things, make them in-house, I wonder if I could then go to make a computer that will exclusively have those 4 things. Because if I make those 4 things, and I make them absolutely outstanding, then in theory, it should be a highly sought-after machine. Because that's the only place you can get these outstanding quality products. So that might be something to look into. That might be worth trying. We'll accept and close those demands. There you go, guys. That could really be worth doing. Let's develop this and get it through. Oh yeah, this phase has gone much, much quicker. This is good. This is very good. We're also still technically making money. Ever so slightly, about a £3,360 profit every month. That's not a lot, but it's, you know, it's something. I like that idea, though. It might be worth expanding the building, getting ourselves this massive space to work in, giving marketing their own corner of the building, and then giving the core team just this big space, this big office space to make motherboards, make processors, make storage, make cases. They could do monitors as well. We could sell some monitors. It might be worth doing monitors as a separate thing. Get another team on board to start doing those. But I like that idea. I think having that kind of system could be really good, because I would really, really like to dominate that market. And I think the best way to get some money and get my foot in the door as a hardware manufacturer would be to make some exclusive stuff to show how good we are. And this I know this doesn't apply to the game, but I'm adding my own narrative here, okay? We show the world how good we are at making stuff, but you can only get it in this machine. But while we were making that machine, we were making some consumer grade products that you will be able to buy. That's my thinking. That's what I'm thinking I might do. Anyway, this is ready to be promoted. There we go. Let's get it through beta. That's not going to take too long. It might be out tomorrow. Although, I don't know. We are not losing money as well. That's something to point out. Let's just end marketing on Plumpium 1. I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. It wasn't a failure. It did make money. Now that marketing's ended, technically we could look at, you know, selling it. It made £610,000. If we trade the IP, we're not going to get much for it anymore. We could port it. It's not something we can port. Plump Suite is something we could port. I realize Plump Suite 2 is actually coming out very soon and isn't necessarily isn't going to work on a lot of these. So we will probably want to look into porting Plump Suite 2 as soon as it releases. So we may want a porting team at some point. But let's release this. We will start a marketing campaign immediately. Give it to the marketing team, of course, and start that campaign. So Plump Suite 2 makes us 6 million pounds. Fair enough. We probably want to look at porting it immediately. So Plump Suite 2 can go on all of those. We'll assign that to the core team. It shouldn't take them too long to do that, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. It's being ported to the first one. It should nearly be done. There we go. It's been ported to the second one. And it may get fully ported to 2 of them. Yeah, come on, guys. You can finish it today. No, they can't. But will it get more money with it being ported? It might. It didn't. That's fine. It's been ported to more systems. We do now have a lot of money, which is great news. Having a whole bunch of money to redo this building would be nice. But I think redo this building is the wrong word. I'm going to build it up here, I think. I'm going to do a completely new building, because that seems like a much, much better idea. So, let's see. Let's build this building. It's gonna be a bit of a box, but that's all right. So the entrance space is gonna be like so. We'll go like this. We'll go like that. And do this. So we'll make the lobby just there. That's our lobby. We're gonna have a bit of a lounge space here, I guess. We'll just make this. I'm going to just do this very roughly because I don't actually know what's on the ground floor of the building all that much. So we'll do that kind of thing. We'll go this way just a little bit as well. Make it somewhat symmetrical. I'm not going to base it. It's not going to be an accurate or the most accurate representation of the building that I'm in because I don't know what a lot of it looks like. There's quite a few floors here and there that I just don't know what's on them. So we'll put ourselves. You know what? I'm not gonna make the whole building look like the one I'm in because that kind of gives away where it could give away where I am. What I'll do is I'll make the floor I'm on look the way it does. Maybe not today though. So elevator, and I want some stairs, but I have to have an upper floor to do that. So that's fine. Let me first off expand the building this way a little bit. Let me go upstairs, and we're pretty much going to do this. We're also going to expand the building this way just a little bit. So something like that should do the job. So that's going to go there. We're going to go up again. A lot of this is going to be empty for a while, by the way, until I actually know everything that's going to go into it. So we'll do that. That's not what I wanted. That was almost completely incorrect. Then we'll go up one more floor, and I think that should do the job, to be honest. That's somewhat accurate. So what we want to do is we want to get a nice big door there. We'll get windows on either side. Then over here, we're going to get some nice tall windows. Over here, we're going to get some nice tall windows. Over here, we're going to get some nice tall windows. Let's maybe do double windows there, actually. So do that kind of thing. Do that and that. We'll do sort of the same thing there. I'm going to leave this side bare for the time being until I can figure out what exactly to do with it. Okay, so this might be a little bit bland looking, but keep in mind it's like 1983, so this is about the extent of any high-rise you're going to get for a software company that's just starting up. To be honest, as a startup, this is more of a building than you'd ever get, so there you go. That's how this is going to be working. Over here we have our elevator. We have obviously got the staircases as well there, just because I kind of wanted those. I think they look kind of cool. I may change the positioning of all this a little bit, though. I think that could be a good idea if I sort of change these rooms ever so slightly. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of maybe trying to hide the elevators a little bit. So if I do like this kind of thing, like if I do that, then I do that, and then sort of just merge those rooms. So the elevator is now stuck into that other section. I think it looks better for here, though. Yeah, are they even lined up? They are lined up. That's fine. Okay, well, I think that's definitely a thing to do. So let me just do that, and let me do that. We'll do the same the whole way up, because we might as well. It'll be a little bit more efficient. So do that, and do that, and then we're good. So we want to merge those rooms. Merge those rooms as well. Merge those ones too. And then we just need doors. So that's nice and easy. Let's go ahead and grab a door, a door, a door. I don't think I'll bother putting one back. In fact, you know what? It'd probably make more sense to put the door itself back there. So if we go and get rid of you and get rid of you, we'll put a door there and a door there. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me. I think that's much nicer. These floors here, I'm not going to use all of them. I don't think there's much point in using all of them. So I'm gonna just first off kind of use the space that I need. I think that's probably the better idea here. Using the space that we actually need to use versus using space that we don't. So if I do that, I can merge those rooms. I'll merge those rooms. I'll merge those. I would like to do a little sort of corridor leading that way, though. I think that could be quite nice. If we go to doors, we can get a nice big glass door there. We'll get a double door there. That can be the marketing room, I think. This room here, I think I'm going to split this into a couple of different things. So if I go to walls, I can split it just, I think sort of done by the front of the building, actually. So if I do that, that can be a hallway. Then each of these little spaces can be bathrooms. I think having some bathrooms on the ground floor of the building would be a good idea. So if I really can't do this? There we go. All right, so some bathrooms on the ground floor of the building is definitely something I think the building needs. So do that. There we go. We've got ourselves a whole bunch of bathrooms. We just need to get some doors in there. So go to doors. Let's get the regular doors along that section. We'll get ourselves a nice big double glass door there. And this room, I don't know what it'll be. Maybe a lounge or something. As for over here, this is access to upstairs. And this room back here can be an office or a lounge or something. I don't know. So that's access to everything. These rooms at the ends don't have access currently. So I think what I'll do is a nice big double door in each of those. That seems good. That seems like a fairly reasonable space to have. So I think this can be marketing. We're going to move marketing into this space. I think that seems like a fair idea. We'll give them some nice new desks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to give them 4 desks about the place like this to give them a nice big office to work in. I think we'll put a couple of people at each desk, not necessarily filling out all of the space, but I think, you know, giving some nice space to each of the marketers is going to be a good idea. Okay, so this is the ground floor of the building. It's pretty much done. This is going to be the marketing space. I haven't done any wallpaper. I've kept it all white for the time being because I'll change that eventually. I haven't done anything up here just yet. I'm going to leave it as it is because I do want to move the marketing team into here. So I would like to switch team to marketing. I want to set this room to no longer be marketing. There we go. And they're going to have a nice new building to come over to when they get back from their vacation, which will be lovely. So what I think I'll do is I will run the simulation as we do. We'll hopefully have the marketing team in tomorrow. Plump Suite 2 is almost ported. Money in Plump Suite 2 is actually going to be a bit of an issue because they weren't there to market it this month. So hope that's going to drop a little bit. Yeah, drop just a little bit. Oh my god, they're parking a little bit close to the building there. Let's maybe move the parking spaces. That seems like a fairly good idea. So we'll do horizontal parking just over there instead, because that seems fair. We'll move that a little and do some more horizontal parking there. And I would like a road just up between them, because that seems like a much better idea. Well, I should just continue it that way and do a little bit more horizontal parking there too. So we have a lot of space here at Plump Corp. And we do have our new marketing room there, and everything's excellent in that front. We do have a lot of money, though. So I think what's going to be worth doing is, for one, managing my marketing team by assigning a leader. So let me look at your skills. Who's got the highest lead skill? You have the highest lead skill, Hal Snyder. We're going to educate you to be a leader. That's going to take 3 months. I'm also going to set your role to be marketing team lead. So you're going to be educated in lead, which will be great. What I'm also going to do is just flat out hire some more marketers, because I can't be bothered waiting for him to be educated. So let's begin looking. We're looking for the marketing team. We're looking for the highest skill. Ricky Cooper, you are great. We have Nicole Garcia. You are also great. We have Norris Burke, who is also great. And we have Linwood Green, who is also great. So that's the marketing team expanded just a little bit. They have that's a meeting room. That's not supposed to be a meeting room. That's a canteen. Thank you very much. So limit room usage there to canteen. So that'll hopefully make things a little bit easier on them. We could use a meeting. Oh, wait, was that meant to be a meeting room, or was that meant to be a canteen? I don't know. I feel like that was supposed to be a canteen. But I'm slightly concerned that my cook may not be able to deal with both. So what I'll do is I will just hire another cook, I think. I think that could be kind of fun. So we'll get a second one. You're going to come in until 2 p.m. You want a raise. There you go. Accept and close. All right. So we should have another cook coming in here from 10 until 2. If I'm not mistaken. There we go. So are you going to do your thing and stock that up? Yes, you are. We have some people coming over for food there. My marketing team's doing an excellent job. We have £55,000, ladies and gentlemen. I reckon that's probably going to be us for today. We've got this building up. It does need furnished. I do need to move the core team into it. I also probably want to start educating the core team a little bit. So we select all of you. You could all use a bit of physical art education. So let's go to artist, physical, there you go, 3 months, start the education. And when they get back, it may be time to start looking into maybe building another PC, or building a case could be a really good start. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, you can see what I did there. I am going to be leaving it there for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Software Inc. and Plump Corp. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.